Hello and welcome to Pillars of Wealth Creation, where we talk about creating financial success with a special focus on business and real estate. I'm your host, Todd Dexheimer. Now, let's get to it.
Are you having a hard time finding great investment properties? Unfortunately, the best deals are rarely found locally. Successful investing begins with the right properties in the right markets. Norada Real Estate provides everything you need to invest in the best deals across the U.S. Our simple, proven system will help you create real wealth and passive monthly cash flow. Get your free copy of the ultimate guide to passive real estate investing at noradarealestate.com/guide. That's NORADA realestate.com/guide.
Welcome to Pillars of Wealth Creation. I'm your host, Todd Dexheimer, and today we have another Hump Day Hustle. And today I want to talk about where are you going? What is your vision? And what do you see yourself doing in the future? How many people are you going to positively affect? And for me, that's what it comes down to. You can have a goal, you can have a vision of becoming a millionaire. You can have a vision of becoming a billionaire. But what is that really doing for you? If it's buying you toys, if it's traveling, if it's doing that thing, is that really going to drive you to get to your next step? And it might. I'm not saying that it doesn't. But for me, what drives me to get to my next step is several things. It's not just one little thing, but it's several things. And I think for me, it's affecting the most amount of people in a positive way. I want to get to, I've mentioned it before, $1 billion worth of holdings, and that's a long time out. I don't need it right now, and I don't necessarily need it ever. But what I want to do is create a powerful business, a business that's large enough where it affects a lot of people in a positive way. And I see that as being having a lot of apartment communities, a lot of commercial properties, and then buying and affecting other businesses. To me, having that vision, being able to have people work for me and with me, and creating powerful, positive results is really what drives me. I don't want to affect just one or two people. I don't want to have just a bookkeeper. I don't want to have just a property manager. I don't want to have just, a maintenance person. I want to have a team, a staff of maintenance people. I want to have a team and a staff of property management. I want to have a staff and team of accountants and bookkeepers and assistants and, really to be able to get a lot of people involved in my company, into a positive company, and one that people can be proud to be a part of. That's what I want to build. That's why I want to see my company go from where it's at today into the 10,000 units, the 20,000 units, into building larger businesses, other businesses, into doing positive things outside of business. I want to be able to give back. I want to be able to write my church a check at the end of the year when they are maybe light by, let's say, $10,000, $20,000. I just want to be able to write that check and give it to them. I want to be able to give a check to positive groups like Feed My Starving Children. I want to be able to write them a 10, a 20, a 30, $40,000 check or whatever that might be. I want to be able to do powerful things like that. My goal, and part of the reason I'm doing this, my goal is to start an education platform. An education platform not just for people that understand and know business today. Because most of you that are listening because you enjoy business, you enjoy real estate, you enjoy finances, and you want to become better in that. And everybody, I think, truly does have that desire to become better at it. but not everybody can get there. And that's what I want to do. I want to affect people at a young age. I want to get more financial, more financial freedom type courses in schools. In a couple days, I'm going to volunteer at a school. I'm going to talk about my experiences as a business owner to people who have never done anything like that in their family. None of their family members are business owners. They are, their family, they come from really a low income background. And those are the people that I want to affect. And those are the types of nonprofits I want to help out. I want to get it to where, as a school, as a society, we are teaching people financial responsibility at a young age. When I hear about people coming out of high school, people coming out of really just when they get done with high school or whatever, or drop out, quite frankly, they've got no financial background. They don't understand anything about even how to practically balance a checkbook. And that's, to me, is pretty sad. We need to get it in there. And it's not necessarily just the school's fault. It's our fault as a society, because the schools can only do so much. They're being pushed to do other things. They're being pushed in every direction. So we need to, as a society, make sure that's important. And that's where I want to go. I want to have nonprofits outside of the schools. I want to be able to help people that really want help. One of the stories that I related to is when I was first starting out, my very first rental property and my very first tenant, Fatima, she was on Section 8. And Section 8 is just a rental assistance program by the government. And her mom was on Section 8 and her grandma was on, rental assistance. And everybody in her family pretty much was on it. And one of the things, she just got this Section 8. And I was her first landlord that took her under Section 8. And she said to me, point blank, that she's not going to be on Section 8 for very long. And she wanted to make sure that when she was living in my house, she wanted to make sure that I would take her if she got off Section 8. Of course, I said, yes, for sure I would. Your income, needs to qualify, but I would love it to. She said, absolutely, my income will qualify. I'm going to be off Section 8. I don't want to be in the system that everybody else has been in my family. I loved that thought process by her. And I thought, wow, that's powerful. But what happened, at least in my experience with her, now she has been gone out of my property for a long time. So I'm hoping she's out here listening to me and is actually doing something, or has done something very positive. So, but when she was in my property, she struggled. She tried to get some work. She found out that once she got work, that she got less assistance. So that didn't work for her. So she stopped working. And it just is a cycle, and she stayed in it. And my guess is she's likely still under Section 8, and there's a good chance she's still in the system. And there's probably a good chance that her kids are going to be in the system as well. And I hope not. I hope I'm wrong. And I hope that, like I said, she's out there and she's really doing positive things, and she's really did get out of the system and did get to her goals. But that's part of what I saw over and over with a lot of my residents, is that they want to get out of the system. They want to make a difference, but they just don't know how. They've never been taught that. And so I'm going to go back to where I first started. Get your vision in place and understand where it is you're going. Now, the E-Myth with Michael Gerber, I've been reading that. And I think it's a fantastic book. So read that book. It talks about the different types of business owners there are and the different types of people there are, and the technician and the manager and the entrepreneur. And the entrepreneur is somebody that has the long-term vision. They can see where they're going. Like the founder of IBM, he didn't just start his business wanting to make a couple computers or do a few things. Okay. The vision was massive. He wanted to affect millions of people. He wanted to build a massive brand that is known worldwide. And that's exactly what he did. But when you start a company and your vision is you're going to be the one working on it, you're going to be doing everything, you're going to be the technician, you're the brains behind the operation. That's how it's going to work. But you got no real true long-term vision. Yeah, you're going to be rich, you're going to make $1 million, but you're not really envisioning where it is we have to go, where it is we are heading 100 years from now, 50 years from now, whatever it is. What is it going to look like when I leave that business? If you're not thinking that way, you're not going to build a business. You're going to build a job for yourself. And I think that was really important in his book. And so great book to read, really to get your mind right about how do we create that vision in order for us to build our business into the future and to be able to truly build a business and not just a job for ourselves. And so books like that are fantastic. And then the other book I really like is Start with the Why. And that really helps us get our mind right and figuring out why and what are we doing all this for? Because anybody can go and get a 9-to-5 job. And I think a lot of people on here have skills enough to get a 9-to-5 job and make that $50,000+ a year, which is fine. I don't want to discount that. I think that's great. If you're going to work hard and you're going to make $50,000 a year, that's fine. Be smart about how you use your money. Be smart about what you're doing and how you're saving and how you're investing. And I think you're going to do really pretty well. And a lot better than a lot of business owners. 90% of business owners fail and they're going to lose all their money. So you're better off if you're not going to have a true vision, if you're not going to truly understand what it is you're doing. To me, you're better off working for a company that does have a true vision, that does understand where they're going, that does know how many people they're affecting, that does understand what it is to be a business owner, what it is to be an entrepreneur. If that's not going to be you, then why start that business? Then why fail in the beginning? Now, if you're going to fail hard, right? If you're going to fail with the fact that you had a vision, fail with the fact that you truly put an effort out there, not just as a worker in your company, but truly as an entrepreneur in your company, truly as a visionary and a leader in your company. Fail that way. Don't fail just because you wanted to work hard. You thought that working hard was going to make your business run. And that's just not quite true. So on the point, have your vision and make sure that your vision is true to you, right? Don't make it somebody else's vision. Don't make it somebody else's goals. And this whole, last few weeks on my podcast, we've been talking a lot about goals. And I think that's really, really important. I'm not a huge goal person where I pound my goals and I make new goals all the time. And I think that's fantastic for people that do. But I have my vision, and I talked about my vision. I truly have a burning desire to leave this world a better place than when I came into it. And I truly have that burning desire to leave a legacy. And I don't mean just a monetary legacy. I don't need to leave my kids millions or billions of dollars. I don't need that. I don't need to leave my grandkids a ton of money. But what I need to leave is I need to leave my kids, my grandkids, with the understanding of what it means to be a human, an understanding of what it means to help out other people. And for them to look at me and go, awesome, that's what I want to do. And that's what I want to be like. And I'm going to even do it better, right? I'm going to look at my dad and see what he did. And he made a positive impact on, let's say, 100,000 people. I'm going to make a positive impact on 1 million people. I'm going to take what he started and I'm going to blow it up. And that's what I want. That's what I would love to see my future generations do. And not necessarily that they have to do my business, that they have to do exactly what I do, but I want them to create their own why. I want to create their own vision. But I want people, I want everybody. I would love it if everybody had their own passion, their own burning desire, and their own thought of, I want to leave this world a better place. Because think about if everybody wanted to leave this world a better place than when they came into it. Think of how awesome that would be. Think of how much better this place would be. Anyways, that's done. I'm done with my soapbox. I could keep on talking for a long time on that. I love the thought of just creating a positive difference for people. And I love being able to teach other people what I've learned, the little bit of experience that I have and what I've learned. And it's been fun so far, even though this podcast has been going on for just a short time. It's been so much fun to bring people on with different experiences. And I'm so looking forward to all the conversations that I'm going to be having in the future with others. I think we've got a lot of great guests coming on the show here that have already recorded or that I will be recording soon. And so I'm excited for those guests, and I'm excited to have even better guests. I shouldn't say better, even more positive guests on this show, and just continue to bring you more and more awesome content and just provide more and more value to you. With that, I want to talk to you about giving me some positive feedback or negative feedback and letting me know, what do you want to see on this podcast? The podcast is try to bring people the thought and the idea of how do we create financial freedom for ourselves, with the special focus on business and real estate. So what do you want from me? What can I bring to you? Who can I bring to you that's going to teach you about that? Who can I bring to you that's going to bring you those ideas? What kind of questions do you have? That's what I want to know. So send me an email, and I'm going to give you my actual personal email. And you can send me an email to todd.dexheimer@gmail.com. And that's going to get you to me personally. Okay. You can also look me up, of course, on our webpage. Go to pillarsofwealthcreation.com, fill out the questionnaire, give us your contact, and we'd love to be in communication with you. Join us on Facebook, where we are more than happy to answer any of your questions or put them on the show as well. I'm Todd Dexheimer. Please give us a 5-star rating review on iTunes or whatever app that you're using. That would really help boost our show, help get this word out there more. Remember, make every day a Saturday. I'm signing off. Want to learn more about real estate investing? Tune in to the best real estate investing advice ever with Joe Fairless. Joe has the longest daily running podcast on iTunes, well over 1,000 episodes. You can listen to me on Joe's podcast, episode 1015, where Joe interviews me and asks me about my best real estate investing advice. Joe has interviewed fantastic guests such as Emmett Smith, Robert Kiyosaki, Barbara Corcoran, all kinds of fantastic guests. Make sure that you go on to Joe's podcast, subscribe, give him a 5-star rating and review. You do not want to miss out on a fantastic podcast, the best real estate investing advice ever with Joe Fairless.